Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Cutting Through the Bullshit. I am your host, Dr. Stephanie Snyder, and I am a high performance mentor. Through my unique blend of strategy, mindset, and intuition, I help men and women to cut through the BS in order to create the life and business they desire. Today, we're going to talk about what it is that you're actually focusing on in your business. So, as I shared about in the previous episode, I had gone to a networking event, a local networking event, and it was actually quite interesting just being in that atmosphere. It's been a long time since I've been to consistent networking events, and I've been feeling a call to do it. And so I went to this event knowing one person there, the person who was actually coordinating it, and decided, you know what, I'm going to go, I'm going to see what I can give, what I can offer people. Not in the sense of showing up with the intention of just giving you information so you become my client, but the intention of sharing my wisdom, right? And so one thing that we were talking about in one of the small breakout groups where the topic was priorities and time management, there was this theme that kept showing up, and it was how these business owners were showing up towards their clients and towards their team members. And the theme that was coming up along this was the fear of losing clients. And this is an absolute real fear, right? But it doesn't have to be. And the reason it doesn't have to be is because that's not what we actually want to focus on. So I share about this a lot, having those two different bullseyes, right? And on one bullseye, you have joy and happiness. And on the other bullseye, you have not joy and not happiness, right? They're actually two separate bullseyes. You're focusing on two different things. So not sadness is not the same as joy. And joy is not the same as not sad, right? There are different definitions here. And so when you focus all of your energy on not losing clients, you actually no longer focus on the vision for your business, which chances are you started your business to be able to help more people and to grow, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's typically what it is, right? You want to be able to help more people, but if you show up with an energy of being so afraid that you're going to lose this client by making a mistake, you're going to make a mistake and you're going to lose that client. But if you show up with a different energy that's how can I best serve this client and continue to grow, that's a very different energy. Right? If you think of it in any of your daily tasks, if you don't want to do that task, there's a very different energy around it. You're like, oh God, I have to do this today, right? But if you are excited about the task, that's a different energy. You're like, oh yeah, I get to do this thing today, right? You're like so pumped to do it. Very different energies, and people can feel that. You know you can, because there's somebody that when their name pops up on your phone, you go, oh, I don't have the energy for that today, right? And you're like, I can't answer the phone right now. Send it to voicemail, right? Whereas you've also had another name pop up on your phone. You're like, oh, I can't wait to talk to that person. I haven't spoken to them in a while, right? Like whatever it is. Two very different energies. And the same is true for the focus of your business. If you are setting your business up for a fear of losing clients, that's very different energy than being excited about bringing in more clients. Because the truth is, yes, you need those clients to make your payroll, to pay for things, to pay yourself, right? To keep going, you need those clients, but you don't want to stronghold those clients and make it so needy, right? I've shared about this before in previous episodes. That needy energy is, ugh, it just feels gross. And so as much as you want to keep your clients, you don't need them. You don't want to need them. You want to be able to continue to grow. And so yes, serve your clients. Certainly don't burn any bridges, right? But you should be doing growing exercises, right? And by growing exercises, growing things, focusing some part of your week on reaching new clients, reaching new customers, right? That needs to be a priority in your business. Otherwise, you're going to end up strong-holding these clients that you already have and could potentially lose them anyways because you're showing up in this really terrible energy, right? So what does that mean? So it depends on your business, what those expansion tasks look like, right? So are you being proactive? Are you running ads? Are you showing up on social media? Are you networking? Are you handing out business cards? Are you letting people know what products and services you actually offer so that people can come to you when they're ready? Because what happens so often, and I was actually talking with a woman about this a couple weeks ago, was she's in the very early stages of her business. We were doing a consult call, and she was letting me know right out of the gate, like, one of her shortcomings. And it was, she'll get a client and she'll have to spend X hours on that client, right? Like whatever it is. And it's usually several weeks, right? She gets a client, it's a big job. She usually spends, 5, 6, maybe even 90 days, right? Working on the project for this client. And because all of that time has gone for this client on this current project, she's not spending any time getting new clients. So as that 90-day, like as the end of this project is rolling up, she's in panic mode because she doesn't know where her next work is going to come from. And so what I recommend doing, and this should be done always, is while you are spending time working the business, doing the projects, providing the service, whatever it is, you also need to be spending some time doing more outreach, building your clientele, building your social media list, building your email list, whatever it is that you are doing, you need to be continuous outreaching so that you never dry up. You don't ever want it to come to a point where you're panicked about how you're going to make ends meet or have payroll paid or whatever it is if you were to lose a client, right? Nobody likes that. That is a pressure that you can avoid simply by spending as little as an hour a week. Legitimately, you could do this in less than an hour a week, but you have to make it a priority. Otherwise, you're going to come to the end of that project, whatever it is, and you're going to go, oh, shoot, I don't have any more clients, right? Sorry, that was a spam call coming in, right? But you're going to go, oh, shoot, I don't have any more clients, like, right? And then you panic, and that shows up in a panic energy, and it's needy. Nobody likes that, right? Again, so when it comes to this, you want to make sure that there's a balance there. Also want to make sure that you're not focused on a fear of losing the clients and that your vision is actually on growth and gaining more clients. Because the truth is, if you have more clients, you can hire more people. And while it may feel like a catch-22, you actually do want to grow, right? Yeah. Right? Even if you're panicking about what the growth looks like, we do actually want to grow our businesses because we started it for that reason, right? We started it for this vision to help people, to serve people, to provide a product or a service, whatever it is, that chances are you're not going to be like, oh, well, I helped 10 people, I'm done. That's it. That's all I want to do. No, right? You started this business because you had a vision of growth, of helping more people, of reaching more people. And so focus on that. Don't discredit the clients that you already have. That's not what I'm suggesting. Okay, would never suggest that, right? Serve the clients that you have, and then just spend, again, as little as an hour a week doing additional outreach, being proactive, planting seeds, as we like to call it, right? Planting seeds to let people know what it is that you actually do, so that when they're thinking of the product or the service that you have, they're like, ah, yeah, Stephanie does that. I should reach out to Stephanie and see if she's taking on clients, right? This is one thing, one of my clients that I had that worked with me a couple years ago, she's a bookkeeper. And I see her on social media at least once a week. She's sharing about her bookkeeping business. And we're at a stage in my business where we're bringing on a bookkeeper, and I immediately thought of her. I was like, oh, bookkeeper? Yeah, I'm going to reach out to her, see if she's taking on clients, see if she's willing to work this project with me, and go from there, right? You've got to let people know what you do so that when they need that thing, they think of you, right? That was a little rhyme. I hope you appreciated that. So when it comes to this, again, pay attention to what you're focused on. If you are so afraid of losing a client, you're probably going to lose that client just because they can feel that energy. They're like, she feels real needy, right? Right? The clinginess, right? If you have a Velcro pet or a Velcro friend or whatever, right? Like, you can feel that energy and you're like, ugh, right? Like, our clients don't want that energy from us. And so if you focus on the growth and the expansion, you definitely want to do that, right? You want to pay attention to, okay, am I so concerned that I'm going to lose this client that I'm actually stifling my own growth? Let's check it. And how can I spend 10 minutes today doing an activity that's actually going to grow me, right? Again, podcast, YouTube, social media, email marketing, right? There are hundreds of ways that you can continue to let people know what you do without it taking a whole lot of your time, right? When I went to this networking event, there were business cards everywhere, right? I got a lot of business cards and I ended up reaching out to them on LinkedIn, connected with them there. And whether or not they ever become a client, it's up to them ultimately, but at least I have that connection and I can be like, hey, this is something that I was working on, whatever it is. It is good to be connected that way. So I recommend that if you are afraid of losing clients, reshift your focus. Think about why you actually started your business. Because you didn't go into business so that you could be afraid of losing clients. You went into business to help people with a product or service that you have. So focus on that. Reshift, realign, get back in touch with your vision. Okay? So I'm sending you so much love. I hope that you have a beautiful rest of your day. And as always, be you because the world needs more of you. Bye.